Alright, getting ready to do this video on complex numbers. So you have to show using the FOIL. So 3 times 5, 3 times negative 20i, 2i times 5, and 2i times 20i. 3 times 5 gives you 15, plus 3 times negative 20i gives you negative 60i. Guess you didn't really have to do that. 2i times 5 plus 10i, and 2i times negative 20i will give you the negative 40i squared. This is technically 15 minus 60i plus 10i minus 40 times I squared. I don't know why I got these parentheses, but you'll be okay. 15 combining like terms minus 50i minus 40i squared. And then we know that I squared is equal to negative 1. So we're going to do 15 minus 50i minus 40 times negative 1, which becomes 15 minus 50i plus 40. And then you combine like terms, 55 minus 50i. That's the end of that one. The next one, all you do is combine like terms. So 7i minus 2i. And that gives you 5i plus 3. The next question, you have that minus sign in between. So right here, there's no minus sign there, so we could just write 2i minus 1. This negative sign makes everything change sign. So that's a positive 3i, so I'll make it a negative 3i. This is a plus 4, so I'll make it a minus 4. And then we just go back to combining like terms. So 2i minus 3i gives you negative I. Negative 1 minus 4 gives you a minus 5. So that's your final answer. For all of these in this region, all you need is the cheat sheet. So the cheat sheet says I is I squared is negative 1, I to the third power is negative I, and I to the fourth power is 1. So I to the 8th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is going to be 1. I to the 10th, if 8 was right here, 9 and 10 would be right here. So that's negative 1. I to the 22nd power. You'll have 4. We can go through it again, 8, go through it again, 12, through it again, 16, through it again, 20, 21, and 22 would be right here. So that would be negative 1. I to the 5th power. If this is all 5s, sorry about that. This one right here would be, sorry, this is all 4. The 5th one would come back up here. That would be I. So you get the point. So I to the 11th power would be negative I, and I squared, we know that to be negative 1. All right, for this one right here, negative 25, the square root of negative 25. All you need to know is the regular square root of 25, which is 5. So this is technically the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 5. Sorry, times the square root of 25. The square root of negative 1 is I. The square root of 25 is 5, and I times 5 is 5i. I'm not going to do that same step for each one of those. That was just the long version so that you can do this. The square root of 36 is 6. The square root of that negative is I, so that's the final answer. So 5i here, 6i. We have 4i times 2i. 4 times 2 is 8. I times I is I squared. We know that I squared is negative 1. So this is technically I times negative 1, which is negative 8. All right, moving on to this. Y is equal to 2, and the rest of this is this. So I'm just going to plug in for y. 3x minus 2 times 2 equals 17. 3x minus 4 is equal to 17. Add 4 to both sides. 3x is equal to 21. Divide by 3, x is 7. We're really done because they already told us what y is, so we don't have to plug into that case. So that's your solution. Here, you've been given what y is equal to. So we're just going to plug it into that spot. 3x plus negative 2x minus 2. All right, so we have 3x minus 2x minus 2 is equal to 5. Combine like terms. Minus 2x is x. X minus 2 is equal to 5. Add 2 to both sides. X is equal to 7. The last thing that you have to do is just plug in. I'll use the first one. Y is equal to negative 2 times 7 minus 2. Y is equal to negative 14 minus 2. That's equal to negative 16. So your final solution is 7, comma, negative 16. All right. This right here is an easy one. You can cross this out. 7x plus 9x gives you 16x. 2 plus 30 gives you 32. Divide by 16. X is equal to 2. Now all you got to do is plug in. I'll use the first one. 7 times 2 plus 4y is equal to 2. 14 plus 4y is equal to 2. Subtract 14 from both sides. 4y is equal to negative 12. Divide by 4. Y is equal to negative 3. Your final answer, coordinate 2, comma, negative 3. Next, we have this one right here. I know I'm zooming, but stop and rewind if you have to. You can multiply the top. I'm deciding to cancel out the x's. I'm going to multiply the top by 2. The y's as well. All right, so the new first equation is going to be 2x minus 2y is equal to negative 6. Just rewriting my bottom equation. These cancel. You get y is equal to 10. All right, so now that I know that y is 10, I'm going to plug it in into this top equation. X minus 10 is equal to negative 6. Add 10. X is equal to 4. My coordinate is 4, comma 10. Moving on to GCF. All you got to do is find the common. They all have at least one x. They don't all have a y because this one didn't have a y on it. So I'm pulling out an x and that's it. Oh, all I was asked to do was find an x. Find the GCF. So my final answer here is x. Now the one that says factor, that's when you pull it out and make the parentheses. Looking at this, they both have an x in common. So that's what's pulling out of this as well. But since it said to factor, our right was left over. 2 plus 3x. There you have it.